Hi there, my name's Kelsey, and welcome to my retrospective on my final esports project, Esports Jeopardy. First of all, I'd like to outline the project's main relation to the framework is to the fans and community. As a project that is made by a fan of the community, for fans of the community, and is about, well, almost everything, all this circled from players to broadcast production to content to a little bit of sponsors and product management and of course fans and community as circled in yellow, a lot was included in the Jeopardy boards. The key idea of my project was to create an almost standard Jeopardy format with a few revisions. If you don't know how Jeopardy looks like, it looks like the image right to your right, and you can either gain the points from a question or lose the same amount. However, I figured this wasn't fun and I made it so that the max to be lost was 100 points. However, when it was actually played, we changed back to the original on the second board for more stakes and because the players wanted it. I also got rid of the normal part where the players have to answer with what is, as that's just tedious and makes the casual players more punished. The topics were to be esports and general gaming themed to cater to both casual and competitive alike. This dual catering was originally filtered by making the more esports categories spread out and ended up working despite a couple of changes to the boards close to the date. These were the two boards that were played on, and I think both had a good spread of categories that were unique enough to feel fun and interesting. Originally, the top was the qualifier, and the better teams would then compete on the harder board below, which is why there was an easier version and then a harder version that's more esports focused, the one after. I liked the ideas and the players did too, but on the day it ended up being more fun for everyone to be able to play the second board rather than a few people, and it was. Even if there being two winners, kinda hurt my wallet. I originally had a second qualifying board, but due to time constraints in person and the players deciding to group up, it wasn't actually necessary. It was good to have a plan in case there was more people though. How were my project experiences significant? Well, firstly, I think I've made a fun and engaging event for those who played that was unique and different from other projects. I also found creating the boards and hosting the live game were some of the most fun I've had in a long time, which is really interesting. Engaging with the audience and playing off how they reacted while I kept it going was just a blast of an experience, to be honest. And has it changed how I thought about esports? Well, yes, absolutely. I think in both the research for the project and the class in general, it's changed how I personally view esports. For the longest time, esports and gaming were kind of separated with a wall of sorts. One is the thing I do, the other is on a higher ground that isn't really reachable. But researching and learning that it's nowhere near as perfect or above regular gaming as I thought, it's made me enjoy esports even more. And finally, for the outcomes and reflection. Overall, I think it went really well. Almost all of the categories were well received and fun, the audience was engaging with it positively, and the prize was well received. However, there was issues that I could improve on next time, and I feel like there will be a next time, because it was so much fun. There was a lack of advertisement early. I made a poster a week before the event, and that wasn't nearly enough to advertise. There was the time slot. It worked well enough because of other circumstances fitting around it, but there wasn't enough time, and I should have did what I was gonna do weeks ago and booked a time properly. And finally, the ironic shirt. Great idea. That went down really, really well. But the winners haven't contacted me about their sizes and colors, so I can't order them yet. However, despite all of these smaller issues, I think that it went way better than I ever hoped it could have, or even expected it to, despite having not done anything like it in a more official capacity before. So, yeah, thank you.